Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about a lot of things in this video, but I did listen to your comments in the previous video. Some of you said do a video on Gasara. We'll probably do that next week. A lot of other people said talk about Algo and Casper. People said do a video on how to buy crypto from XC. So this weekend I had to work and I had to put something together quick. So I kind of put it together a trilogy based around the World Economic Forum. But all these events that are happening right now all over all lead to the same thing: the collapse of the current financial system, ushering in the new financial system, where XRP is going to play a major role in that, enriching all of us. But I will get back on track starting on Monday. I'm sorry for any delay that happened, but sometimes duty calls. So rumors are circling that Jacinda Ardern will join BlackRock as a senior executive when her tenure as prime minister finishes. She has met with BlackRock several times in recent weeks. Now, some people ask me, what do you think is going to happen with her when she steps down? Well, it looks like she's landing right back on her feet and probably going to get a massive salary as well. Can you help fund our public awareness campaign? Every penny goes towards fighting the World Economic Forum. This is from Anti-World Economic Forum over on Twitter. You could help them out by going to Crowdfunder. I've been really highlighting a lot of their stuff on my channel because I want to make people aware of them, because what they're doing is very good. They're pointing out a lot around Klaus's whole agenda. Make America great again. You have to make evil people fear punishment again. And again, you see people talking about depopulation. You see the whole agenda coming from the World Economic Forum. Plus, you see the big pharmaceutical companies pushing the vax. And you see how they took over our mainstream media news. But it's because there's no consequences to any of their actions. If there's consequences, people will rethink their actions. The Global Public-Private Partnership. You see policymakers, the BIS, central banks, World Economic Forum, CFR, Club of Rome, Chatham House, Rockefellers. And those are the people that come up with all these crazy ideas. They're the ones pushing for one world government, one world currency, one world religion. But then you have the policy distributors, the United Nations, IMF, IPCC, World Bank, the WHO, philanthropists, Global Corps, NGO. But then below them, you have the policy enforcers, national government, which we know the World Economic Forum put most of our leaders in place throughout the entire world right now. Selected scientific authorities. Then under that, you have policy propagandists. And they're out there pushing all of this agenda to the public. Their warfare specialists are tasked with convincing the public to accept and hopefully believe in the policies. They use psychological manipulation, disinformation, misinformation, censorship, and propaganda. But who are the subjects? Well, that's me and you, the public. We are the subjects of the policy which cascades down through the GPP system. We largely pay for the system through taxation and public borrowing. The system is designed to exploit us, but we are an increasingly unnecessary component as the GPP looks to seize the global commons. That's how they get to us. That's why they roll out Cbdcs without a vote. They're pushing for digital IDs without a vote. At some point, they'll push the social credit score, again, without a vote. And we get to pay for it all on top of it. Is this guy a president, prime minister, crown prince? Nope. He's just the 37-year-old son of George Soros. Enough said. So once we're done with the evil that George is pushing by himself, we get to see his son push the evil as well. You see who he's meeting with: Chuck Schumer, Obama, Nancy Pelosi, and Hillary Clinton. And the list goes on and on. Money can't buy you everything, but it can buy you a political party. And how do we know he's going to continue with his father's agenda? Well, because he's one of the World Economic Forum's young global leaders of 2018. Alexander Soros. He's an American philanthropist, son of billionaire George Soros. He's deputy chair of the Open Society Foundations and one of the World Economic Forum's young global leaders. So he'll continue forward with all the same agendas that his father had. And his father is one of the most evil people in the world. Joe Rogan and Mike Baker on George Soros' long history. That's what's scary. It seems like he funds corrosion. It's like he wants these cities to fall apart. He wants crime to flourish. It's almost like he's an evil person in a Batman movie. And all of these people look like the evil villain in all kinds of movies. But his agenda is exactly what Joe Rogan thought it was. Soros needs to be in jail. He funds Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Those are hate groups plus terrorist groups. He hates America and he wants to take it down. I've made my life's mission to destroy the United States. I hate this country and I hate all of the people in it. George Soros, Newsweek, 1979. Now, whenever you put a race in front of Lives Matter, it instantly causes division. I seen that right from the start. I said, this is about more and more division throughout this country. Here's the way I look at it. There's no black and white. There's people, and all lives matter. I'm going to leave it at that. More spending money we don't have. More wasting money without accountability. More illegal immigration. More crime. More aggressive nearing nuclear conflict. More inflation. More taxation. More regulation. More erosion of the rights of the people. Stop. And that's what it is. They're tearing every single thing down right now. I see people say in my videos all the time, what happened to this country? I can't believe this is happening right now. It feels like we're living in a movie. It's because big money is funding groups to tear this country apart from the inside. That's why we see businesses closing, because you see people run in and smash everything and grab up all the merchandise and no consequences. They wouldn't be doing it if there was consequences. Career criminals have found a way into the system without spending time behind bars. They're running the system. So Bowser vetoed the revised Criminal Code Act earlier this month after the council, which lacks a single Republican member, voted unanimously to adopt it in November. The overhaul of the city's criminal code includes reduced maximum sentences, the elimination of nearly all mandatory minimum sentences, and expanded rights to jury trials by those accused of misdemeanors. Criminal justice reform advocates say the bill is necessary to modernize the law, which was written in 1901, and ensures the punishments are proportionate to the crimes being committed. Now, I feel that no one should get over-sentenced, ever. But I do believe that you should definitely have consequences to your actions. And if you commit a crime, you should be punished for that crime. Because if no punishment is given, crime will run rampant through the streets. And anyone fighting for this is going to be living in a country that's crime-ridden, filled with homeless people, and a government that's enslaving them in the very near future. You need to wake up. Mayor Lightfoot suggests street vendors stop using cash as a way to quell Chicago crime epidemic. So instead of getting crime under control, she just says stop using cash. Well, that kind of leads us back to the whole cashless society. So in the name of crime, they'll push out a CBDC. Without cash, if they shut down your bank account, you can't buy or sell. Without a car, if they stop you from using public transport, you can't travel. Are you getting it now? It's all about forcing you into slavery. And I believe that's what's coming in the near future. It's going to start with the collapse of the current financial system, though, where they usher in the new system. That's how they have to take control of us. Once they control our money, they control us, period. That's why I keep saying there has to be privacy laws put in place first. And digital IDs are not a good idea. I don't understand how we cannot just have an ID that you carry. Why do they have to put the chip in you? That makes no sense to me, because you didn't have to have a chip before and everything worked fine. but they want to have that chip in you because they know that chip is their way of controlling you. But like I said before, everything needs to have consequences before things get better. The choice is yours. Once the mainstream media starts talking about Ripple and XRP, you are too late. And this is where we're headed as XRP investors. You know, as chaos and everything is falling apart around us, at some point, all of a sudden, you'll look at your XRP and you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I have this much money now. But that's the time that you got to prepare for what comes next. And like I said, you know, I'm patient and I'm focused, and I'm going to hold my XRP until I absolutely enrich myself off of it, because hopefully our lives can be a lot different once a CBDC rolls out. And it's not a matter of if a CBDC comes, it's a matter of when it comes at this point. Because again, we're at the bottom of the chain. They're going to roll one out whether we like it or not. They already put everything in place to do it without a vote. That's how everything that's happening throughout the world right now all leads to the same place. It all leads up to this system falling apart. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. Again, I'm sorry I delayed some videos this weekend. I wanted to do more, but sometimes you got to work. With that said, I appreciate all of you. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.